Hey there, everybody. This is Silk. We're doing Operation Skyfall. This is Japan turn 16. Pretty much right into the throes of Endgame there. We're going to have to just kind of hold on and hope that the dice are nice to us, that we can get the Endgame rollover, and I think the Axis will take the win here. But you kind of got to play like that's not going to happen. So we've got to try to clear everything out and hold our stuff as best we can here, which is what we're going to see me doing. So here we go. All right. I already rolled my tech offline so I can make some better planning. We did succeed on improved factories, which was the really big one. That was what we wanted to finish there. And then I think we also succeeded on radar. Not real relevant. Like maybe we get it turn 20 or whatever. But it could be sooner, I guess, if there's a luck streak. But the factory is a big deal, though. That's the one. Fourth tech, three factories getting 4 tech is pretty normal by this stage of the game. Really might be pushing for a 5th one potentially. Kind of just depends on how the dice treat you. But we're happy having 4 done, including factories, everything, kind of all the core stuff we wanted there. So we've got 75 IPP to spend. We do have Keto Patai. We are just ahead of the Americans by 1, just enough to trigger it. And it's probably going to make it hard on them to take it back from me, unless there is a big fight, which you might see. Well, we'll see how the Americans decide to deal with this here. So for our buys, I've got 6 stages of heavy battleships. That is 2 getting completed, 2 getting advanced to stage 2, and 2 being placed on stage 3. We then have 5 militia for 10, so this is 30. 5 militia is 40. I got a heavy armor and infantry, that's 50. I've got 2 infantry and a AAA, that gets me to 60, and then 5 more infantry, and that's my 75. All right, getting into combat. So, wasn't sure if the CCP were going to come after me or not. And sure enough, they kind of pretty clear they worked it out that the CCP would come forward at the same turn the KMT would come forward to try to kind of put me in a bit of a vice. Fortunately, I at least think I was ready for it. We'll find out here. I'm gonna swap this guy just so he doesn't stand out as much. And one of the fun things you get to do, there's a quirk in Global War combat. It says when retreating, you can retreat to any zone that any unit came from. So we're hoping we're going to be able to do a bit of a bounce here and rapidly move some units around in ways that they would not normally ever be allowed to move. So I'm out of Japanese unit markers. I have 4 of them, and 4 apparently is not enough. So, yeah, that's a 5th guy. This is the mountain. So we're going to use our Italian to mark everything going into Shanghai. First, we've got this infantry, artillery, and heavy armor coming in from Shenxi. We've got 2 infantry and a heavy armor coming in from Suyan. From Central Mongolia, we've got 3 artillery, so that'll give us a total of 4. Along with a motorized, and the 2 infantry in Central Mongolia. So that gets us up to 5 infantry and the medium armor. And now from Carolyn here, we get to go 1, 2, because from here to here is just a straight line draw. So that's just a move. And then our second move is what gets us into the mountains. So we're okay there. And that's 3 more medium armor. And more importantly, 4 more, or 2 for a total of 4 heavy armor. So we're actually going to chip that out since I'm having so much trouble with my unit counts of heavy armor. So total Oh, nope, and the calf. Calf got to get here too. From, what is this? Cheetah. From Cheetah, we get to go 1, we get to ignore the mountain penalty because we're cavalry. And then 2, coming here, we are going to eat that desert border, though, with a whole bunch of these units. That's the one downside of this attack, is that most of my units are eating a desert border. The only ones that are not are these here. So it's just the one artillery, 1 infantry, 1 heavy armor. Everything else is going to have to eat that line of desert there. All right, so that's that fight. Down here, we're going to go ahead and take a shot at the units that are in Unan. It's going to be everything here that I have in Kwang Tung, along with 1 infantry and 1 AAA coming from Anam Tonkin. That's a pretty easy fight. All right. And then over here, we're going to go ahead and take our shot at Midway here. It's the same main ground force that you've been seeing of 4 Marines and an infantry. But we're going to add 1 Marine from Tokyo. And then these fleets join them. Right. 1, 2, 3. So the planes get to all go if it matters. So that's 2 fighters and 2 tacticals. And then I've got 4 bombards from my heavy battleships there. We're going to add a heavy battleship here. So that'll get me to 5 heavy battleships. And then our 6th bombard will just be a regular battleship. So 6 bombards, and then, right, 1, 2, 3, 6 bombards. Then the 6 ground forces and the 4 planes are going in there. These 2 coastals could have engaged me as I moved in, but they opted not to. They declined combat. And that's all our fights. So let's get to it. Maybe I can use my normal spot for dice rolling. Pacific's getting a little crowded here. So let's see how we do here. I can still make this work. Oh, well, subs got to come too. Yep. The 4 submarines from P-47 also go, as does a carrier from P-16 with 2 tacticals on it. They don't get to participate in the fight, but they do move in at the same time to get protection from those coastal subs, just in case. So coming into that sea zone is 5 heavy battleships, 2 regular battleships, a battle cruiser, 4 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 4 destroyers, 4 submarines, 2 fleet carriers, 2 escort carriers, 2 light cruisers, 4 tacticals, 2 fighters. And then engaging is 2 tacticals and 2 fighters on land, along with the 6 units and 6 bombards. And there comes my Basset Hound. Hey, Watson, say hi. Watson, you see him over there? You see him? There he goes. He wants none of this. All right. I think this should be all my fights. Let's go ahead and do Midway while we're here. We have 5 bombards at 5. 0 hits. Oh my lord. That I did not anticipate. Then 1 bombard at 4. So we got 1. Yay for that. So the battleship did its job, I guess. So he's alive. So we've got 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 twos. And there's our final kill. And just in case, we've got 2 tacticals. There's a hit, 2 fighters. That's it. So, wow, only got 3 hits. That's pretty sad. Militia died to the bombard, and then the infantry gets to shoot back. And he hits on a 3. So we do lose a Marine. I was kind of hopeful that I would just bombard him to death there. That did not go as anticipated. Yeah, I had 25 and 4, 29 pips bombard damage. So we do take Midway. All right. Next fight here is in Shanghai. All right, 3 all I gotta do is prepare first strikes. So 1 first strike at 3, because it doesn't have to deal with the desert. Oh, that's nice. All right. So that will be one of his artillery that's first striking me back. We then have, let's keep track of hits here. I've got 3 artillery at 2 coming across the desert. And that's nothing. He gets his 4 first strikes back at me at 3. He gets 1. 12, 6, 11. So I'll lose an infantry. Don't lose motorized. I might lose the motorized there. It's kind of the same die roll for now. Yeah, we'll lose the infantry. Close enough. All right. So, not affected by the desert. I've got an infantry boosted by an artillery. So that's a hit. That was nice. And then I've got although it's in a mountain, desert doesn't matter. I'm -1 no matter what I do. Never mind. Here I am thinking I got to split these up by who gets affected by the desert and who doesn't. It doesn't matter a whit. I hope I took that mountain penalty for that artillery that hit. It was a 1, right? I think it was a 1. It wasn't a 3. Yeah. All right. So that leaves me 3 infantry to be boosted by my artillery at 2s. Jeez. I'm hoping for 6 hits. And I'm kind of on my way there. I've got 3 cavalry at 2s. Well on my way there. Wow, we're already up to 4. Japan is out for blood. 4 regular armor at 5. Oh, there's well, that makes a little bit back to normal. That's 6 misses because of the mountain. That's be a bad roll from heavies too. 4 heavy armor at 7s. 1, 2, 3. Now we're back to where I wanted to be. That gets me to 7. My odds were 6, and I was hoping I'd get on the plus side of it, and I just did. And the last guy is my motorized at a 1. He's not boosted by anything. He misses. All right. So we already rolled the 4 artillery. He's got 5 infantry at 4s. There's a hit. The CCP is fighting better than the Russians did, certainly. We'll lose a cav there. And then he's got a mountain at 5. That's a mess. All right. We run away. That's kind of the whole point of this fight, after all, was to do a bunch of damage and run away. And we go back to Shanxi with the army stack. He takes 7 hits. So that's 4 artillery and 3 infantry. We are pretty happy with that result. I said expected 6. Pretty happy with 7. And I actually lost under. I thought I'd lose 3, maybe 4. And I only lost 2. So nicer being much nicer to my Japan than they were being to my England back in A View to Kill, that's for sure. All right, they're dead. Back. That cav's never ever coming back. Okay, last fight will be in Unan. This one's also pretty dicey. Kind of literally here. I like swinging for 1 turn and then deciding whether I want to stick or not, though. That's what we're going to end up doing, and we'll see how painful it is. Pips are about even, but I'm killing not very useful targets. He's killing useful targets, so it's kind of a bad trade in that regard. All right, I've got 4 first strikes at 2. Nothing. He has no artillery. Air superiority. So his bomber is going to defend. So my AAA has a 1 or 2 to shoot down his bomber. That's a miss. And then I've got 4 infantry boosted by the artillery. So they are also 2s. Nothing. Wow. Well, here's the revenge for the CCP, it seems. And then 3, 4. And I'm attacking with 10. 10. So 6 at 1. We do at least get 1 hit with our 1. So that kills a AAA. Yay for that. Again, problem with this fight is I'm killing AAA and militia. He's killing stuff I actually care about. And then I have my 2 heavy armor at 7s. Ooh, get 1 hit. Yippee. Well, the pips were telling me I was going to get 2 hits, and I got exactly 2 hits. I was hoping I'd get a first strike or something to help, but the first strike would have just killed AAA. It wouldn't have done anything either. So AAA don't care that they're dead. There's nothing for them to shoot. He's got 4 militia, 2 cav. So that's 6 and a strat bomber 7. He's got 7 at 2s. 14 pips. Should get 1 hit. Let's see what happens. Ooh, we escape. Alright, maybe this is a, like, nobody kills anything battle. I'll take that if it happens. So that's the 7 2s. And then he's got his 4 4s. A little harder to escape this without damage. And there's a hit. So, but I kill 2 and take 1. I think I'm at least going to go 1 more turn. That wasn't that terrible. So we'll lose an infantry and take our chances 1 more go. All right. 4 artillery at 2, 4 boosted infantry at 2. So 8 at 2. Should get 1 1/4. We get 0. We then have 5 at 1. Zero. And our heavy armor, 2 at 7s. So we at least chew through 2 militia. He's got 4 militia, 2 cav, and a medium bomber, 7 at 2. 4, 5, 6, 7. C1, 2. Ouch. So that's 2 hits there. This is what I was kind of afraid of. If I had just left last turn, might have been happier. So we've got 2 hits already, and he still has his infantry to roll. 2 more. Yeah, we're out of here. This is no longer profitable at all. Bad fight. Bad fight. So 4 infantry get killed in exchange for 2 militia. Pretty terrible. Should have just accepted on turn 1 that advice weren't going my way. That happens sometimes. They will go think back to Quang Tung, though. And we'll have to hope we can hold out there after having made a not very good exchange. I think so. All right. So that's all our fights. Now we get into our non-combat moves here. We do have a fair chunk of them. All right, easy ones. Going into Burma, the crazy wall of doom here. I got 3 infantry from Annam Tonkin, and a Marine and a AAA from Siam. So that gets me to 8 Marines and 13 infantry, it looks like. All right. This heavy armor and Rihi rails to Quang Tung. Way up here. 1 infantry from, we'll do this one. 1 infantry from Cheetah, the medium armor from Baratia, and the heavy armor from Cheetah will come into Central Mongolia. Two, 3. We can check that out. Oh, I did have my rating. So I did have it marked. Do have my rating marked. We'll roll for that. It's so easy to forget about it. I guess we'll roll that real quick, because he might die, and that could tell me some things. What red's the attacker, white's the defender. D12 to kill me. No damage. Didn't die. Congratulations, Coastal Sub. You are still doing your job. Alright. Back to non-combat. Transport shenanigans, mostly. So these two transports will take, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave AAA. So we'll take 4 of the infantry, 3 from Kyushu and 1 from Honshu. These 4 transports will come down to P41. And we'll drop them off in Kwangtung. Actually, we're going to drop 3 off in Kwangtung. We'll drop 1 off in Anam Tonkin. So that's those 2 transports. This transport here in P41, just going to take these 2 Marines and bring them into Anam Tonkin off of Philippines there. These 2 Marines here in, what is this, New Guinea, will come over to Dutch. And then, so he's been used, the 4th one. So 1, 2, AAA and a fighter, or AAA and an infantry, sorry. 3, 4, come back, and the AAA and the infantry go into Anam Tonkin. That's my strategic naval move. The fleet carrier here in P16 joins this small little fleet here in P41, along with the 2 fighters from Honshu. Move 1 from Burma to Cheetah. I feel a lot better if I had those 4 infantry back. I traded for 2 freaking militia. Dice are dice. You win fights, you lose them. Just part of the way the game works. Things were pretty good in Shanghai. They were not good in Unan there. All right, I think that is all of our non-combat movements. We should be able to go to placement. All right, infantry and heavy armor goes in Rihi. 2 infantry goes in, oh no, sorry. 1 infantry, 1 AAA goes in Malaya. Leaving me with 6 infantry. Oh, and I still got 1 more guy to move. my last transport there. He comes to Tokyo and goes into port in Tokyo. Which is where there's going to be 2 Marines, or not 2 Marines, 2 infantry. 2 infantry in Tokyo, 4 infantry Kyushu, and then the transport's there in port. One guy I didn't use, yeah. Then we've got all our militia. So, militia in British Malaya, militia in Cheetah, militia Amur, militia Central Mongolia, militia Shangtung. I want one in Opay too. Which if I do that, which one do I give up? Looks like it's Central Mongolia. We'll just have to imagine that the CCP's not going to take that fight. 2 heavy battleships land in P16 here. 2 are on stage 3, 2 are on stage 2. And that should be everything. I think my IPP is 1 higher because of Midway. My bonus is 1 higher, so I think I'm at 76 for next turn. So check on that for me, guys. And that is everything. I'll see you all back for turn 17, and it might be the last Japanese turn. Who knows? Take care, everybody. Have a good night.